2nd and 10. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
When you look at the Saints defense, they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Street.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Falcon defense. And they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever, he's got a man complete. Big strides. Look at him go. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
Seven Pirates!
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dorrance Armstrong in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Hurt! Right there, hurt!
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Dancing to his left. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. On 1st down, Ritter. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
On the set. Hey, check, mega.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Hey,
Bourne going to go in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
ready?
First down, here's Ritter. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ritter, a 10-yard touchdown run. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes our score 17-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Second and a couple. In motion is Chenault. Ritter now on second down. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. Ritter now. And it's caught. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
On the ready.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Black Ultra. Steel Black. Ready?
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Saints nothing.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by... down officially at the 21.
Down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things?
Here we go.
That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Ritter. And that's incomplete. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 10. Ritter to throw it. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
52. Ready.
On 2nd down, Ritter. And This one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw taken in by Bourne. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes again. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Falcons add 6 to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they open the lead up now to 25. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And here comes a return. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. There comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Check, strike it. Ready?
A give to Robinson on the option. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to throw, Ritter. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready? Cut.
Here's Ritter. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 560. Cut.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ritter back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Let's go.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Smash. Ready?
Robinson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Saints 6.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Come on.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point try now from Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 52, Saints 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. David Onyemata picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Let's go.
All right,
now.
they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Red. Red. Cycle. Excuse. Yellow. Ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well,
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
19. Ready.
2nd and 11. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now back to throw. That is caught. Finding space at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Quick throw to Olave. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He completes it to Olave. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
That's good for us Saints. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, go!
They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw. This one taken in by Olave. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Street. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight. Check smash. 18, Pioneer. Check.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Falcons.